Welcome to 7:30. I'm Laura Tingle. In April last year, Richard Boyle's Adelaide home was raided by the Australian Federal Police. It was days after the former tax office employee spoke to ABC's Four Corners program about debt collecting tactics used inside one of Australia's most powerful institutions. Since blowing the whistle, he's now facing a staggering 161 years in prison, almost as much as serial killer Ivan Milat, after being charged with 66 offences. Tonight, he breaks his silence. Investigative reporter Adele Ferguson from The Age and the Sydney Morning Herald has this exclusive report.
Richard Boyle is minutes away from standing at the altar. As he prepares to make a lifelong commitment, he faces a lifetime behind bars.
Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart.
How do you cope?
I'm not sure that I am coping, Adele. It's just one foot in front of the other. But it feels like they're trying to actively destroy me.
Richard worked as a debt collector in the Adelaide tax office from 2005 until 2018, until the public servant turned whistleblower. Federal police then raided his home.
I started taking copious minutes because I was really concerned that taxpayers were going to be adversely affected by what I could only say is an unethical decision of the Australian Taxation Office.
He revealed that some ATO staff were instructed to use an aggressive debt collection practice known as a garnishee notice, allowing them to seize funds from the bank accounts of Australian taxpayers without their knowledge. So this is the charge sheet?
That's correct. It lists the offence details down here in number. The name of the informant is Commissioner of Taxation, and that's my name here. And just page after page of charges, Adele.
Right, and this is what turned your world upside down.
That's right.
Richard was charged with recording conversations without the consent of all parties and copying protected information.
There were 66 charges, Adele. 66 charges accusing me of taking protected information and accusing me of recording conversations. And this all relates to breaches of the law, I believe, of the tax law by the tax office that I was speaking out against.
He's not covered by new whistleblower laws because they don't protect government employees.
I feel very confident in myself that I'm a good person, and I just wouldn't take that action that was going to actively destroy people's health, destroy people's families, and even drive people to suicide.
What message do you think it sends to other potential whistleblowers about speaking out?
I think the message is clear: don't do it.
Before the raid on his home, the ATO offered Richard a confidential settlement if he didn't speak to the media, but he refused. The effects of being a whistleblower have taken a toll. He's been unemployed since and has been battling depression. He also had to crowdfund his own wedding.
My health spiralled into what I could only describe as a devastating situation. I feel like I almost died from the stress. I feel like they almost killed me, or they were trying to kill me from stress, or wanting me to self-harm. I would say Louise has probably suffered as much, if not more, than me.
What has the past year been like?
I hate thinking about him possibly going to jail. I won't let myself think about it. I just have to be positive and live day by day. Otherwise there's no way I'd be able to get up in the morning. But he's the most caring and honest person I've ever met. And I'm so proud to call him my husband now. So, sorry.
Now Richard has a powerful ally. Centre Alliance Senator Rex Patrick wants the laws changed to better protect whistleblowers.
Well, this is a really tragic and chilling situation for whistleblowing in Australia. There's a very strong message that's been sent to people inside the ATO. If you blow the whistle, you're history.
It's the equivalent of 6 life sentences. Have you heard of any other cases like this?
Well, that's the sort of numbers you talk about when you're talking about people who've committed multiple murders.
This is Yatala. It's a high-security prison in Adelaide, and it's where Richard Boyle could end up if he loses this fight. What's so shocking about this case is not just the 6 life sentences if he loses, but that one of the country's most powerful institutions, the ATO, is trying to shut down employees from ever speaking up. With threats of a prison sentence longer than some of the worst killers and rapists, who would be a whistleblower? Adding to the torture, last week local court reporters heard Richard Boyle's charges may be dropped. 7:30 captured this moment.
But he said every court reporter heard the same thing.
I felt sick ever since I found out this was even happening.
Oh my God, would you believe it? It was the surname Goyle. There was an ATO matter listed. It seems the defence lawyer misheard her question and confirmed the wrong name. We really thought that it might have been dropped, Adele.
I'm just speechless. I really am.
It's the most bizarre thing.
The ATO has incredible power, more akin to police and law enforcement agencies. It can forcibly enter a property and search for documents without a warrant, and it can seize control of your bank account, unlike most government bodies. Law professor AJ Brown says Australia's whistleblowing laws need strengthening. He says the ATO should have followed through on Richard's complaint before he went public. He says it's possible the Public Interest Disclosure Act could protect Richard's future.
This is probably the single most heavy-handed legal response that we've seen to a federal public service whistleblower, certainly for a long time, if not ever.
We're in severe financial stress. Debts are piling up. Our parents have helped us as much as they can. I can't really see any light at the end of the tunnel at this stage.
Tomorrow, Richard faces another hearing in his case.
I have hope that there's something around the corner, but it's just hope at this stage.